The party hummed with music and laughter, the chandelier light glinting off rows of crystal glasses. I walked in carrying a small, cautious hope. Maybe tonight things would feel normal again. Maybe Emily would resemble the woman I once knew, the one who had looked at me with warmth and genuine affection. But as soon as I stepped inside, I saw the truth. Her attention drifted everywhere but toward me. She laughed at jokes I didn't hear, her eyes brightening for a man standing across the room. A weight settled in my chest. She was putting on a show, radiant, charming, engaged, with everyone except me. For months I had tolerated her distance, her silences, and the way she brushed past me as though I were an afterthought. I kept hoping she'd return to the relationship we used to have. But that night stripped away any illusion. She was gone in every way that mattered. Her smirk widened the moment she noticed me, almost as if she were daring me to react. Her hand lingered on a colleague's arm, light, casual, but unmistakably intimate. Those gathered around them giggled, oblivious to the cruelty threaded through the moment. Still, I didn't move with anger or desperation. I stayed completely composed, keeping the storm inside contained. This wasn't the time to lash out or make a scene. This was the time to regain control of myself, to show her that whatever game she thought she was playing no longer affected me. I stepped toward her, unhurried and intentional, and touched her elbow lightly. "Emily, can we talk?" I whispered, quiet, but firm enough to draw attention. She flinched and rolled her eyes with the effortless disdain I had come to know too well. Her friends chuckled, sensing drama, eager to witness whatever might unfold. But I felt only steadiness. I wasn't there to beg or to entertain their curiosity. I was there to draw a line. Every dismissive laugh, every cutting expression from the past months seemed to settle into a single moment of resolve. Tonight, I was done being the silent recipient of her contempt. Then she said it, the words I had almost anticipated. "You're a waste of my time." Her voice sliced through the room, loud enough to make sure everyone heard. Cruel enough to get the reaction she wanted. Instead of anger, something else hit me. Understanding. The woman I had loved wasn't standing in front of me anymore. In her place was someone who thrived on belittling, on control, on arrogance. I allowed a slow, deliberate smile to form, measured and final. This wasn't about winning or proving anything. It was about reclaiming the part of myself I had let her erode. The room quieted, as if the air itself sensed the shift. Emily's expression flickered, uncertainty breaking through her confident mask. I leaned in just a little, my voice low but unmistakably firm. "Perfect. I'm done giving you mine." The effect was immediate. Conversations froze, laughter stopped, and glasses halted mid-air. Her friends' faces fell, confusion replacing their earlier amusement. They could feel the change. She no longer held the upper hand, and I was no longer the person she expected to toy with. Her smirk crumbled. Shock, confusion, and fear rippled across her features, emotions she normally hid behind sarcasm. She opened her mouth to respond, but no words came. Her entourage shifted awkwardly, the spectacle they'd enjoyed now dissolving into something they didn't know how to navigate. I didn't argue or raise my voice. I didn't need to. My steady posture and unbroken gaze said everything. I had reclaimed my dignity, and she could no longer take anything from me. The confident smirk she'd worn like armor, like a weapon, finally faltered beneath the force of my resolve. The change was unmistakable, and Emily sensed it the moment it began. Slowly, with intention, I slipped off my wedding ring and held it between my fingers, a small, gleaming reminder of what I was ending. When I set it down beside her glass, the tiny metallic tap seemed impossibly loud. Conversations stopped. Faces turned. Every pair of eyes traced the motion. Emily reached for the ring on instinct, fear flickering across her face, but I stepped back, steady, calm, completely out of her grasp. Whatever power she believed she held dissolved instantly. Her laughter faded. Her bravado collapsed. The persona she had used to undermine me shattered in full view of everyone. She tried to recover, her voice thin and unsteady. "Wait, what are you doing?" I looked straight at her, unwavering. "You spent so long trying to make me feel small. And for too long, I let you. But that ends tonight." The words were quiet but carried a weight that stopped the entire room. Even those who hadn't been paying attention turned toward us. Her friends no longer laughed. They exchanged uneasy looks, finally seeing the truth behind her behavior. Emily's composure crumbled further. She swallowed hard, desperation creeping into her voice. "Please, don't walk out like this." I shook my head, peaceful, resolute. You don't get to throw someone aside and then expect them to stay when it benefits you. A few of her friends gasped softly, understanding just how badly she had misjudged everything. The social confidence she always relied on meant nothing now. For the first time, she grasped what it felt like to lose control, and it hit her with crushing clarity. She stood there, unable to speak, humiliation written all over her. I turned toward the exit, feeling something inside me finally release. The tension, the manipulation, the constant emotional games, all of it dropped away as I walked out. Behind me, Emily remained rooted in place, pale and shaken. The room stayed silent, stunned by the quiet finality of the moment. For months she had underestimated me, mocked me, treated me as if I were disposable. But that night, I reclaimed my self-respect, my strength, and my freedom. Stepping into the cool night air, I felt the weight lift completely, and Emily was left alone with the realization that the man she had dismissed was gone, and it was already too late.